What's going on YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be going over all of the Pokemon starters and ranking them in a tier list. In our tiers, we've got top tier. These are, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Some of my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. Next up, we've got great. These are all really awesome choices. They might not be the ones that I picked during my playthrough of that game, but they're ones that I really, really like. Good is, a little bit similar to great, just a step down. These are the ones where I'm not going to judge anybody if they pick them. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're good. They're just not like my favorites. Bad are the Pokemon that I don't really like, and this was a mistake. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. These are the worst Pokemon that they've ever made. Let's go ahead and get started. Up first, we've got Generation 1. I'm a big fan of Gen 1. This is one of the few generations of Pokemon, I mean, God, we got 9 now, that I genuinely like all 3 of them. Ranking them, I think I put Bulbasaur in great. Like, I love the design of Bulbasaur. It's just really, really cool, really cute. I just love it. And I think I put Charmander right beside him. Again, these two are just iconic. You know what I mean? They're the first ever group of starters came out. Love their final forms. However, in this tier list, I kind of want to just, since we don't have the final forms yet for the Generation 9, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet starters, I'm just going to be ranking them off their baby forms. And I really, really like these two. But Squirtle is just a cut above the rest, right? I love Squirtle. I think Squirtle's definitely, and at least in its base form, my favorite out of the Gen 1 starters. It's just really cool, man. I like Turtles. I love the Squirtle squad from the Pokemon anime. They were just really, really awesome. And yeah, man, as I said earlier, these are starters where I think you can't go wrong with anyone. You know what I mean? Like, whichever one you picked in your gameplay, you're going to have a great time. Yeah, so next up is got Generation 2. Generation 2 is a little bit, of a drop-off. I think these are all still good. It's just they're not, they're not the best. Chikorita, I've had my differences, and I think for now we put her in good tier. But I would definitely say this is one of my lesser favorites. Cyndaquil though, Cyndaquil is very, very good. I love the design on Cyndaquil. It's just a cute little what would it be at? Like a hedgehog? A hedgehog? I love Cyndaquil, man. It's super cute in the anime. Just really like it gives out that really shy vibe, and then the powerful the flame bursts out, and it's just really awesome. Totodile. Once again, we got back-to-back water starters that I just think are amazing. I love Totodile. I think it's super awesome. I love its the energy. Like again, a lot of these are influenced by the Pokemon anime, and Ash's Totodile always dancing around, always having a good time. I love it. It's super cute. Next up, we've got Generation 3. Now, honestly, despite how much I love Sceptile, I am not a fan of Trico. I don't like Trico's design. It's got those beady yellow eyes, and it's just not for me. Growing up, when Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out, I actually hated this thing. It's funny because then later through my gameplay, I really regretted not picking it because then I saw what it evolves into. But unfortunately, Trico himself, like he's just very lackluster. Like again, he's pretty cool in the anime. He's got like the little twig in his mouth, but I've just never been the biggest fan. And same thing goes for Torchic. Torchic I think is a little bit better if I'm putting these in order. I think I still like Torchic more than I like Trico, but it's just like a little chicken. And I don't know. I've never been a big fan of chickens. Like eating them is fine, but with like just, it's not something I ever wanted as a pet. It's got no arms. I don't know. I don't think Torchic is my favorite. Again, that's not to say that it might not be your favorite Pokemon, but it's just never been for me. But here we got Mudkip, and I love Mudkip. Mudkip super adorable. This was actually my starter when I played Pokemon Sapphire, and I loved it. It was super adorable. I thought it was the obvious choice between them. Little did I know, I did end up hating it as it evolved, but that's a story for another day. Next up, we've got Generation 4, and I think this is the other generation that I've got to go and say I love all 3 of these starters. I think these are all really good, and I honestly would say that no matter which one you pick, it's a winner. My personal favorite being Chimchar. I just love it. It's a little fire monkey that poots out fire, and I think it's super adorable. It's super nice in the anime. It's got that amazing backstory with Paul and Ash and becoming its own, and I think that helps influence it a little bit, but I don't know. Every time I play Pokemon Sapphire, or not Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I always got to go with the boy Chimchar. Chimchar is super, super awesome. Next up, we got Turtwig, and I also really, really like Turtwig. I'm trying to think if I like him as much as I do these guys. Because again, not to say that it's bad, like I do really, really like it. I just don't know if it's on the same tier as the rest of them. So for now, I don't want great tier to be too overcrowded. I want to put him, let me move you. I'm going to put him in good, but we'll see how things round up. We're almost halfway through. Piplup though, Piplup is up here for sure. Like I love Piplup. I'm debating putting it in the top tiers. Piplup is one of my favorite designs. I love penguins. It's just super, super adorable. Snivy is also another solid Pokemon. This is just, I don't know. This was my pick the first time I played through Pokemon Black and White. And I think it looks cool. It's got like a very sleek and sassy design. One of the things I like the most about Snivy is it looks at you like it's just better than you. And I don't know. I was a big fan. This thing though, this was a mistake. I hate Torchic. Or not Torchic, Tepig. I just despise Tepig. I despise the Tepig evolution line. This thing is just bad. Oshawott has grown on me a lot. If you would have asked me this question about 3 months ago, before Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, I probably would have threw Oshawott down here in the mistake. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I recognize it can be, kind of cute. It's just the big brown nose, man. It just doesn't do it for me. Although I will say Duat is by far my favorite of the second evolutions for any Pokemon. I don't know. It's just super, super cool. It's got the little samurai vibes. But Oshawott itself is just... if that nose was a different color, I feel like we could be friends. But, oh well. Next up we got Chespin. And Chespin is good. I'm going to put Chikorita down here. I just don't think I like Chikorita nearly as much as I like the rest of these Pokemon. I don't know. I like Chespin. I think it's cute. He's not like my favorite. I'd probably do this. This was actually my first choice for starters when I was playing Pokemon X and Y. Unfortunately, me and my friends at the time, we had actually done it kind of like the anime, like first call, first dibs, because there was 3 of us. So each one of us would get a different starter. And when I first saw them revealed, before I had looked at my text, I really, really liked Chespin. And I was excited to play through the game with it. And unfortunately, things turned out a little bit differently. Next up, we got Fennekin. I think Fennekin's super, super cute. In the first form, I have issues with the final, but I like Fennekin a lot. It's just a really cute dog. I'm a big dog person, so I don't know. It's solid. Froakie is now what my starter Pokemon was when I played through Generation 6, and I like Froakie a lot. It's definitely grown on me as time has gone by. I won't say I think it's as cute in the first form as these guys, but we all know that Greninja is absolutely one of the greatest Pokemon of all time. Like, it's not even close. I love Greninja. It is probably my first or second favorite Pokemon ever. So no matter what, if we had a choice of picking any starter in any game, I would probably... But since this is just a tier list based off their first forms, I've got to be real and say I just don't like it as much as the rest of these guys. Next up, we got Rowlet, and Rowlet is arguably my third favorite starter, or at least the starter evolution line. I love Rowlet. I think it's really, really cool in its first form. It's super adorable. It's got the little bow tie. It's got a really, really great personality in the anime. It's super funny. It's awesome. I almost picked this during my Legends Arceus playthrough. Unfortunately, I wasn't the biggest fan of when its final evolution got revealed, and I ended up going with Oshawott instead. But that's not to say that Rowlet isn't, at least in its first form, a really, really adorable Pokemon. Next, we got Litten. I also think Litten's very, very solid. I probably put it above Bulbasaur. I think Litten's really, really cool. I don't like cats that much, but I don't know. It's got a really solid design for me, and is one of like the cooler Pokemon that they've introduced. Incineroar also is pretty cool. It's unfortunately wreaked havoc throughout VGC, but outside of that, it's all right. Popplio is a mistake. I can't stand this thing. I think it's so ugly. I think this thing is so ugly. I don't like it. I don't like its evolutions. This never should have been created. We should have just burned these two to the ground. Next up, we got Grookie. And I'll be real, even though this was my first pick for my Sword and Shield and the one that I actually went with, I don't like Grookie that much. I just saw a lot of potential. Being a monkey, I thought it could be really cool, but I just don't like the orange, man. Similar to with Oshawott, it's just I don't know why they decided to go with that color scheme. It's never been a fan. It's never really popped out to me. It's really ugly, and I don't know, like everything else could be really cool. Like it's a cute little monkey. I mean, I already said how much I love monkeys with Chimchar. Grookie just, man, the color scheme just kills it for me. Next up, we got Scorebunny, and I think Scorebunny's also really, really solid. I don't know. I want to go back and forth between putting in great and good tier because I actually really, really like Scorebunny. Again, it was one of those where if it wasn't for the potential I saw in Grookie, this probably would have been my starter if I was just basing them off their first forms. I think Scorebunny's super cool. It's definitely adorable. It's got like the energetic, hyperactive action, and I really, really like that. Sobble's bad. I'm sorry. I know there are people out there that like Sobble. I'm not one of them. I can't stand this thing. It's like, it's not the worst. When Sword and Shield was first coming out, I was probably throwing it down here. But like, it's grown on me over time. I'm just not a fan. I just don't like it. Again, it's not to say that it can't be for you, but I'm not a fan. This thing, I love. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's super cute in its first form. A couple weeks ago when Scarlet and Violet just got announced, I was on the fence, and I'm still on the fence of whether or not like I would ever consider, picking this thing. But I don't know. I think it's really, really cute. I just worry for its final evolution. Like, again, Fuecoco is actually one of the Pokemon I thought I was going to dislike the most. But again, as time goes on, this is why we can't have initial reactions, because I really, really like it now. I'm not going to put it up here because I don't like it that much, but it's probably like right here. I would say like these two are about even. I don't know. It just looks like a goofy alligator, and the more I see it, the more I laugh, and I end up liking it. And then finally we got Quaxley. And I think Quaxley is absolutely going to be my favorite starter of the Gen 9 group. I just love him. He's just got such great energy, man. He's got the sassy hand to the side and the hair. I saw a bunch of memes of him as Josuke from JoJo's. I don't know if you guys watch JoJo's or not, but I absolutely love it. This is almost 100% going to be my starter going into Generation 9. I will wait a little bit and see what the final forms go. But that's our list. If you enjoy content like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. I love Pokemon and, all things Nintendo, but I'm really, really looking forward to more news and more updates from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you are as well, again, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.